Hello guys, and welcome to RuneScape Efficiency Tips. This one's all about fire making, and most of you guys probably already know the basics of how to train your fire making. You light fires in a line, and you make sure that you keep lighting them consistently so you don't have to relight and waste time. But there are some ways that you can speed up your experience a bit more, and just some fun things you can do with fire making just to mess around and have a bit of fun. So that's what I'm going to show you guys how to do in this video today. So the first little tip I want to show you guys is how to bank without relighting. And what this means is that you can actually use the bank between lighting fires, and if you do it quickly enough, and obviously if you have to be using mouse keys or auto hotkeys, if you do that quickly enough, you can actually bank, fill up your inventory, and continue lighting fires without wasting any ticks, which is really helpful for getting you the maximum experience per hour. And some other weird things you can do are you can also perform this a sort of strange stall when fire making, where you actually teleport your character a few squares forward, or at least that's how it appears. And also, just in general with fire making, you can move around quite a bit while you're lighting fires, as you can see what I'm doing now. You don't have to be just lighting fires in a line, because it's just every certain amount of ticks you have to light another fire to keep the momentum going. So between that time, you can move all around, do all sorts of different things, and keep yourself close to the banker. And that's the most important thing to do, is make sure that you're close to the banker at all times. And obviously I am in the Rogue's Den right now, which is my favorite spot to be. There are one or two other spots that I wouldn't say are terrible, but I would say that the Rogue's Den is the best if you want to be getting the fastest XP per hour. But really that's only if you're going to be using mouse keys or auto hotkeys to bank. Otherwise it doesn't really make a big difference with the other locations that I'm going to show you guys. So the only other place that I would really recommend to train your fire making is at the Falador Castle in a PvP world. And the reason that this is a good place is because of the bank chest right there. And there's a very open space where you can light a full line of fires basically, and it makes it quite nice for fire making. Now I personally prefer the Rogue's Den just because with this area you really can't bank without relighting, because you can only access the bank from this square right here, and there's no way you can light a fire that will bring you directly to this square so you can bank without relighting. So I prefer the Rogue's Den, and just because the Rogue's Den has a lot more area to sort of move around in, and yeah, you can just, I think it's a bit more fun using the Rogue's Den. But yeah, another downside of this area also is that there's only 2 PvP worlds, and both of them are taken right now. That's why I'm not actually fire making right now, is because I didn't want to crash this person. Would have felt like kind of a jerk. And on the other world, Randalicious is fire making, so didn't really want to crash him either. But yeah, I personally would recommend the Rogue's Den, but this is another spot you can train your fire making if you want to try it out. So as far as banking without relighting, some of you guys are probably wondering how I actually did that. So I personally am using an auto hotkey script that I made myself, and technically, at least according to one forum post, all auto hotkeys is against the Jagex rules, even if it's one input to one output, which mine is. But that's debatable, and I don't even know if all of the Jagex team is at one with that, I guess you could say. So as long as you use auto hotkeys one input to one output, you'll probably be fine. It's hard to say for sure, but I haven't heard of anyone getting banned for it. Because it doesn't really do any functions that you can't do with mouse keys, as far as I can tell. I mean, you can do banking without relighting with mouse keys also. I know that Foot, who most of you guys have probably heard of, is a very efficient player who made the CML website. He uses mouse keys and he does the same exact thing. But the way my script works is that I hit I right click with my mouse, I hit the tilde key to drop down, the 1 to click, and then the 2 brings me up to the X button, then 1 to click again. And do that super fast, which I'll show you guys. You can do it very, very quickly and light fire like that, and you can do that quite fast enough that you'll be able to bank without relighting, which is really nice. If you have Windows mouse keys, you will need to click an extra button, and what you'll have to do is have the drop down set to this with your 2 key, then click with your 5, and then hit your 9 key, and your 9 key will bring you up somewhere around here. And then you want to hit your 8 key, and your 8 key will bring you up to about here, which will be the X button once again. So if you do 2, 5, and then 9, and then 8, and then 5, and you have your mouse keys set up right, then you should be able to do this with mouse keys also. I'm not sure about Orion mouse keys. I haven't played around with Orion mouse keys that much, but you probably should be able to, as far as I can tell. But anyways, yeah, that's basically how you do banking without relighting. Obviously it doesn't make a massive difference, because even if you can't do this, you're just gonna have to relight once every inventory, as long as you're doing it fine. But anyways, yeah, that's about all I can really share with you guys for fire making, as far as I know. Rogue's Den is really my favorite spot, and the biggest thing to keep in mind is just make sure that you're always close to the banker when you finish your line of fires. Keep yourself moving around and just like light a fire all the way down here and then go all the way back up and then go all the way back down. Just make sure that you're back at the banker when you're done, and that way you'll be getting the fastest XP per hour. And Firemaking can get up to about 440k XP per hour with magic logs. And I only really recommend doing magic logs if you have 91 RC. And if you do, then definitely do magic logs because it's worth the time that you save. That you can just be rune crafting instead of spending a lot more time doing firemaking. But yeah, that's about all I can really share with you guys as far as firemaking. I think firemaking is a very, very fast skill, and you can get it to 99 within about 30 hours with magic logs, which is just crazy. So basically, you can do all of 99 firemaking within a CML day record, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Hopefully it's helped you out with firemaking, and good luck with your going for whatever firemaking level you're going for, and hopefully this makes it a bit quicker for you. Thanks a lot for watching, and make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like these, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later, guys.